Hello, everyone. My name is Tyler Arnone, and I'm the founder of Triad Secure, an AI-powered platform I've built to reinvent how cybersecurity analysts carry out triage, response, and remediation. Many companies today, large and small, are racing to weave AI into their security products. Some focus on detection enhancements and SIEM tools, others on automation for endpoint solutions. I'm on a mission to use AI in a way that genuinely solves day-to-day SOC, Security Operations Center, problems. And I'd like to share how Triad Secure aims to do that. AI is extremely powerful, but it can't solve every problem alone. The core reason AI won't replace the SOC analyst tomorrow is that it can't scrape together all the contextual information it needs, at least not in the current cybersecurity ecosystem. SOCs are forced to deal with too many disconnected tools, each housing bits of relevant data. Even if an AI algorithm is top-notch, it can't do much if the data you need is buried in 10 different dashboards. My background is in real-world security operations, where MSPs, managed service providers, handle alerts for multiple enterprise customers. Each customer brings their own toys to the table, various SIEMs, EDRs, firewalls, vulnerability scanners, you name it. As SOC analysts, we're expected to be familiar with every environment, every detection rule, and every data source. I quickly learned that even highly skilled analysts armed with industry certifications struggled with the same basic issues of fragmentation. Shifting between tabs, juggling different dashboards, and mentally integrating all the evidence into one coherent story. When I became a technical lead, my job involved reviewing analysts' investigations and write-ups. It didn't take long to realize that analysts were overwhelmed by the number of different tools we needed to master, which was the source of the majority of errors and inconsistencies I would see. It was very concerning to me, but if you talk to the analysts, you can see that it's not a problem of fundamental knowledge. Despite top-notch analysts, thorough training, and a strong sense of urgency, the final accuracy and consistency of our results were undermined by messy data silos and time constraints. This is, of course, coming from a team that had been globally ranked among the top 100 SOC teams in the world. More training can mitigate a lot of errors, but the problem itself is systemic. So I started asking, why hasn't anyone solved this problem effectively? Why, in an industry with so many players, is there still no single powerful platform that can unify multi-tenant data in a way that's intuitive for the SOC? I decided to stop waiting for someone else to invent my ideal SOC platform. I had a bit of web dev experience from a boot camp, shout out to General Assembly, and access to ChatGPT, so I dove in headfirst. My approach was simple: spot a frustrating inefficiency during my day job, after my shift, clock out, and engineer a solution to that inefficiency with the help of AI tools, then refine until it felt right. My first mini project was an OSINT, or open source intelligence tool, to streamline IOC lookups. Instead of opening multiple browser tabs for each indicator of compromise, I consolidated everything: reputation, ownership, risk level, known VPN usage, and so on, into a single, easy-to-read frame. And I needed the data presented in a way that allows for the most amount of data to be displayed in a single frame as possible, because we take screenshots of our evidence and research to corroborate our analysis. This was exactly what I wished I had available at work, and the success of that tool got me thinking, if I can improve this, what else can I fix? Next up, I wanted to incorporate AI directly into my offline workflows. Traditional SOC policies don't allow the use of tools like ChatGPT because of data privacy concerns. So I built a secure offline AI chat tool that could ingest raw logs safely and do offline analysis without risking sensitive data leaks. By integrating this AI with my OSINT component, I now had a single tool that could read logs, parse out IPs or file hashes, and instantly give me context from multiple data sources. It was a game changer. The more problems I tackled, the more Triad Secure evolved. Piece by piece, it grew into a full-fledged next-generation XDR or extended detection and response platform that could gather data from scattered places and present it in one unified workflow. All the heavy lifting, tracking down data, correlating it, contextualizing it became automated. That's how the OneSOC backend engine was born. It's my core technology that pulls, correlates, and organizes data from everywhere, letting analysts see the complete picture in just a few clicks. Let's put this in context with a real example. Suppose customer A is a Fortune 500 company using Splunk, CrowdStrike, Nessus, and Defender. Today, a Splunk alert might trigger a short description about the detection rule, along with basic source and destination data. The analyst then has to manually query Splunk for more context, switch to CrowdStrike's GUI or CLI for a deeper look at the endpoint, open another page for OSINT checks, and perhaps log in to Nessus to see if the host is vulnerable to known exploits. That might be 3 or 4 different queries in different syntaxes, each in its own tab. It's a painful process, especially under the time pressure and high alert volume that SOC teams face. With Triad Secure, that entire chore is basically automated. The alert from Splunk is ingested, and OneSOC automatically gathers relevant information from every linked data source: logs, process trees, vulnerability scans, cloud activity. It organizes them on a single alert details page, visualizing everything from the network traffic to the endpoint processes, any vulnerabilities, and more. Our built-in AI can then summarize the incident, map it to the MITRE ATT&CK framework, and offer recommended mitigation steps in seconds. Analysts go from data hunters to data reviewers, verifying and adding expert nuance rather than scrambling to piece together an incomplete puzzle. As you can see from the comparison, we are aiming to make the triage process easier, but what about improving quality and effectiveness? If you asked a United States general what makes the American military the most effective fighting force on the planet, the response would likely have something to do with superior situational awareness. The F-35 Lightning would not win a dogfight with an F-22, but the F-35 is the superior fighter because its network of sensors and computers are constantly providing its pilot with more data. While Triad Secure is certainly not a $2 trillion government fighter jet project, its goal is the same: to use data and situational awareness to defeat adversaries. As more features were built into Triad Secure, a solution was found to one of the biggest issues in the cybersecurity realm: how to effectively use threat intelligence reports at a tactical level. Most SOCs subscribe to various feeds or read daily cybersecurity headlines, but manually weaving that intel into the day's alerts is a huge pain. Triad Secure's threat intel platform takes a different approach. It ingests news and official reports about emerging vulnerabilities, malware, and threat actor TTPs, tactics, techniques, and procedures, then continuously correlates that intel with known vulnerabilities or assets in your environment. Not only does this cut down on manual research, it lets the AI suggest brand new detection rules, tuning recommendations, and proactive threat hunting queries based on real risks and threats facing your environments right now. Not only does this free up time from personnel in the SOC who used to manually curate threat intelligence, it allows for live activity and alerts to be directly contextualized against new and emerging threats by the AI automatically. This in itself is a groundbreaking step forward for making threat intelligence more practical and valuable. And it's only one small part of how Triad Secure is aiming to change SOC operations. I'm excited about what Triad Secure has already achieved, but I'm even more excited about where it's headed. We're in a fast-moving field. Some security tools are racing toward their own AI-driven detection capabilities, while others lag behind. No one can see exactly what the future holds, and not every security tool or organization will adopt new technology at the same pace. Triad Secure is positioned as a platform to facilitate whatever the future may hold. While not every tool will have built-in AI features, Triad can bridge that gap as a valuable addition to existing infrastructure. If your tools are bristling with next-gen AI detection, Triad serves as the overarching platform to unify and contextualize those insights. That means Triad will stay relevant no matter how quickly the industry evolves. One day, AI might become advanced enough that not every alert needs a human's eyes. But when that day comes, we'll still need a consolidated platform where those AI-driven decisions can be orchestrated, validated, and correlated. Triad Secure is my solution for today and my vision for tomorrow. And while there are plenty of smart folks out there building interesting tools, I believe the best ideas arise from rolling up your sleeves and tackling real-world problems, the kind you run into only when you've been in the SOC trenches yourself. Triad Secure isn't just another AI security tool. It's my heartfelt attempt to make security better by simplifying the process and allowing organizations to get more value out of their existing infrastructure. If you share this vision or have questions, I'd love to hear from you. Let's make cybersecurity more effective, more intelligent, and maybe even a little bit more enjoyable.